What's up guys, Joseph here, and today I want to veer away from playing games and start talking about them, specifically superhero games that I want to get developed and published. This was inspired by seeing the trailer for a new Wolverine game that we finally got an update on after 4 years that I reacted to accordingly.
Yes, fucking finally! I've been waiting for 4 fucking years!
With the genre being sort of renaissance of late, thanks to games like Summoning Spider-Man and Marvel Rivals, I want to put my wish list out there of comic book based projects I like to see. Just a bit of a heads up, I won't be including a continuation of the Batman Arkham series for 2 reasons. One, I just think it's far too obvious. I mean, literally everyone wants a new Arkham game. Console Arkham game to clarify. And 2, I think Bruce has gotten his fair share of games over the years, and him and Spider-Man have practically dominated the genre, so I think it's time to focus on new characters. Speaking of VR games, I want to start with Deadpool, the Merc with a Mouth, who did get his own game back in 2013 to moderate success that you can only purchase on digital platforms. I actually got this game for my 9th birthday and beat it sometime after, but I haven't touched it since. Now, it's not that I don't count the upcoming VR game he has planned, it's just that I don't own a VR headset, so it doesn't really do much for me. But for a brand new console outing, I want to see a hack and slash similar to a 2013 game, but this time either developed by Platinum Games or Capcom. Could you imagine a Deadpool game in the same style as Devil May Cry or Bayonetta? I feel like weight is just over the top for it to work, and it could have a lot more depth in gameplay than its first solo outing in the market. Or what if even the Grasshopper manufacturer took over the wheel? A Deadpool game with Suda51 in the lead would be very interesting, to say the least. I think if anyone could make this work, it'd be Suda51, because he could capture the complexities of the character of Deadpool and not just his joking side. For example, take Travis Touchdown, who is one of my personal favorite video game characters. He's a broke loser assassin who has a lot more nuance than the surface shows. Sounds familiar? And before we move on, I'd like to see Wade make a cameo appearance in the new Wolverine game next year, and I really want him to break the 4th wall with Logan being confused as hell and maybe even have a playable section. Up next, a brand new Ben 10 game. The thing about me is that Ben 10 is my favorite superhero. Doesn't originate from a comic book. I've been a huge fan of the character since a little kid, 2016 reboot notwithstanding. The last Ben 10 game I remember playing was the Ben 10 Universe game back in 2012, but the studio who developed it, Monkey Bar Games, has been defunct since 2016. Now, the easy option is to get the job to Insomniac, and don't get me wrong, they've been doing a great job so far, but there are other game devs out there who could take up this project, and realistically, knowing Warner Brothers, this would probably be a AA game at best, but honestly, as long as we get a team that does the character justice for the game, preferably set during Ben's teen years, or maybe even Ben 10,000, I'd be more happy with it. If you guys know any development teams that meet this criteria, let me know down in the comments. I don't need it to be a big open world adventure, just a classic linear beat 'em that's not the 2017 game. God, those designs are terrible. Also, I need at least like 30 playable aliens in this game. Moving on, I need a new Teen Titans game. They haven't got a console release since 2006 based off the classic Cartoon Network show. Now recently, teen superhero games haven't been doing too well. Games like the Avengers, Gotham Knights, and the Suicide Squad have all bombed hard due to their live service status, spongy enemies, and repetitive gameplay loops, not to mention the terrible skins. But you know what teen superhero game didn't suck? Adios Montreal's Guardians of the Galaxy game. This is a super underrated game that unfortunately got overlooked because of the failure of the Avengers game the previous year, which sucks because it was a really fun adventure. I think the dev team should give another shot at a comic book project, but this time with the Titans. Instead of only controlling one character like you did in the Guardians game though, I want to be like the FS7 remake where you can swap between and play as all the members. So of course you start with Robin, Raven, Starfire, Beast Boy, and Cyborg, but why not show love to some more Titan members? You can have Kid Flash, Aqualad, Superboy, Don Troy, Bumblebee, and Terra. There are a lot more Titans members whose time on the team go overlooked because of the main cast of the 2003 show and go, and a Teen Titans game could finally give them some time to shine. Through an FF7 style game, you might not have enough room for the main potential party members, so instead you can do a beat 'em up style game in style Marvel Ultimate Alliance, swapping out between 4 members at a time. If this was the direction the game decided to take, then perhaps Team Ninja, who did Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, could take the wheel on that. Though a lot of people weren't too fond of that, so if you have any better ideas on who can do this, let me know down in the comments. In our scenario, the plot of the game could be similar to the final season of the original show, with the Titans needing to band together to fight the Brother of Evil. As you progress through the game, you fight villains like the Hive, Deathstroke, maybe even Trigon. That might be a little too much for the first game, but he'd probably be at least mentioned given Raven's history. The Teen Titans have always been one of my favorite superhero teams, so I'd love to see a new studio bring them back to gaming after being absent for such a long time. The last game on my wish list for this video is a Daredevil video game. I've been watching and reading a lot of Daredevil content this year. He's easily become one of my favorite superheroes in that time span. He's a really great and captivating character who has made playable appearances throughout the years but has never had his own solo game. So I'm proposing a game developed by Rocksteady in the style of the Arkham games. You might be thinking, Joseph, at that point you can just mod Arkham Knight to have a Daredevil skin, but that wouldn't be the same. And Daredevil isn't just some Batman knockoff like some people treat him as. There's a lot of stories and great villains like Kingpin to adapt for a brand new game. Imagine a boss fight against Bullseye. There's also a big opportunity to probably handle some Matt's sonar vision. I love the TV show, but the World on Fire thing isn't even close to how Matt actually sees. You can even break up the gameplay loop by playing as Matt Murdock, the lawyer, in LA Noir style detective game. Sucks that game never got a sequel, where you find clues and suss out clients and suspects. Hell, you could even just make a Daredevil Telltale game. I think it really work and be similar to the Batman Telltale games with Matt switch between lawyer by day and vigilante by night. Not to mention the relationships with characters like Foggy, Karen, and Elektra. You also have a great theme in either game, with Matt struggling to balance his life or dealing with all the righteous anger built inside of him and his innate thirst for violence with his Murdock blood. I think if any Marvel superhero should be picked to finally get some time to shine in a solo video game outing, it should be the Devil of Hell's Kitchen. Well, that's going to be it for this video. There's more projects I'd be interested in seeing, but I don't want this video to drag out for too long. Thank you for watching. Make sure to let me know what superhero games you'd like to see in the comments, and I'll be sure to see y'all next time. But until then, it's been your boy, Jedi Boy, aka J Plays Games, aka J Dominator, but you can just call me Joseph. Signing off. Give me the beat, watch you see these niggas like Amber Heard.